Please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In your headline news, if your allergies feel worse than usual, it's not your imagination. A cold January has triggered the highest tree pollen counts in the country, according to University of South Florida health professor Dr. Richard Lockey. Quote, all of the trees held off to pollinate until the weather got warm. Then suddenly they all pollinate at one time. The main culprit this time of year are the 11 different species of oak trees that cross-pollinate through the wind and lead to high counts, according to Lockey. Quote, right now we have 3,600 pound particles per cubic meter in the air. That's tremendous, he said. You only need 10 to get symptoms for people who have mild allergies. That's enough pollen to cause people who normally don't have allergies to feel symptoms. Quote, this doesn't usually bother me, said Kathy Carey in St. Petersburg. My eyes have been irritated, my nose is running a little bit. Lockey says allergy symptoms are similar to having a bad cold and can usually be treated with over-the-counter medications. Quote, if they don't work, you may want to try intranasal steroids. They're very safe, he said. But if that doesn't work, then you have to see somebody like myself and be treated.
In a statement issued by her attorney, a Citrus County schools teacher who's made national headlines for her controversial podcast says she's not a white nationalist or white supremacist. Quote, while operating under the Russian pseudonym Tiana Delakhov on social media on the Unapologetic podcast, I employ political satire and exaggeration, mainly to the end of attracting listeners and followers and generating conversation about the content discussed between myself and my guest, Crystal River Middle School social studies teacher Diana Volotic said in the statement. The Huffington Post published an article March 3rd reporting that Volotic was the host of the Unapologetic podcast. The article highlighted a recent episode in which she interviewed the wife of the founder of a white nationalist media site. Discussion included talk of some races having higher IQs than others. Quote, for me, it's hard to believe, even if it's satire, said Ralph Sewell, parent of a Crystal River Middle School student. Nada Kyle with your senior news.
I'm Kyle Courtney with your senior news. Any senior who has not paid their senior fees needs to do so as soon as possible. Senior fees are $100. See Miss Biddle in the front office. Seniors who are going to Grad Bash need to turn in their permission slips into Miss Biddle. Seniors, please bring your college, military, or trade school acceptance letters into Miss Biddle so they can be displayed in the senior cafeteria. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Kyle. In your school news, pre-order your yearbooks for $65 in room B1 or online at www.balfour.com.
Take stock in Children's Student Alliance Club is collecting canned fruits for Santa House. See the Clearlight for more information.
The March Science National Honor Society meeting is tomorrow at 1:40 in room E8.
Prom is April 6th at the Ruth Eckerd Hall from 7 to 11 p.m. Ticket cost is $60 and sales begin March 19th. If you plan on bringing a guest from a different school, please get a request form from Ms. Oleski.
Anyone interested in taking AP Spanish next year, please attend a brief informational meeting tomorrow in Mr. Pisano's room, AD1, at 1:45 after school. Nana Kyle with your sports news.
I'm Kyle Courtney with your sports news. Tonight, our Tornado tennis teams travel to Dixie Hollins. Match time is 3 p.m. Tonight, our Lady Tornado flag football teams travel to Dunedin to take on the Falcons. Game time is 6:30 p.m. and admission is $4. Our Tornado baseball team hosts the Northeast Vikings tonight. Game time is 7 p.m. and admission is $4. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Kyle. If any students or teachers would like to have an announcement in our show, please email Mr. Gordon at gordon@pcsb.org. If you are a student, please have your club sponsor or coach send the email.
Like us on Facebook at Clearwater Digital Media Productions for look-backs to this broadcasts.
Check out the CTN Clearwater, running all day for new announcements. Thank you for watching CTN. Have a great tornado day.